drink do matcha, why drink anything else?
You've tuned in to KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
What's good, y'all? You are now tuned in to IE Radio. This song is by Al Shadi.
Yeah, we wake up in the morning and we kind of all the fun. Everybody going crazy, man, we having tons of fun. I'm from Southern California where my people gets it done. Yeah, we hustle every day, that's a life color dog. Yeah, we get it on, yeah, we always get it on. We be living through the night, through the morning and the dawn. There's no compromise, yeah, there's no compromise. Cause we do it how we do it, now you suckers been advised. Yeah, we wake up in the morning and we kind of all the funds. Everybody going crazy, man, we having tons of fun. I'm from Southern California where my people gets it done. Yeah, we hustle every day, that's a life color done. That's a life overdone. Go ahead and bring it on. We be shooting for the stars, but we going way beyond. Just that feel good type of song. Just that party all night long. Taking shots of that Patron. We ain't never going home. Get the fuck up out my zone. That's the type of shit I'm on. Cause I'm coming for the throne. Use a copycat or clone. I'm the brown skin Al Capone. If you're talking, what your tone? Cause we speaking to the ground. We be turn up on the long. We be doing what we doing. Cause we never give a fuck. If you down with Viva Fuego, then you already know what's up. If you're tired of the go ahead and raise your cup. Yeah, you know we turning up. Yeah, you know we turning up. Yeah, we wake up in the morning and we kind of all the fun. Everybody going crazy, man, we having tons of fun. I'm from Southern California where my people gets it done. Yeah, we hustle every day, that's a life color done. Yeah, we get it on, yeah, we always get it on. We be litty through the night, to the morning and the dawn. There's no compromise, yeah, there's no compromise. Cause we do it how we do it, now you suckers been advised. Yeah, we wake up in the morning and we kind of all the funds. Everybody going crazy, man, we having tons of fun. I'm from Southern California where my people gets it done. Yeah, we hustle every day, that's a life color done. Oh, I love the way she shake it, how she move from side to side. She an info for my music cause she said it's such a vibe. So I grabbed her by the hand and asked her if she down to ride. Cause you know we bout to party like it's 1999. The fame, the shine, man, I do it for the grind. And I do it for the people who be hustling all the time. This my passion and my love, this my favorite kind of drug. You want music, I'm the plug. You growing cause of flood. You can never mimic what I'm doing on the track. Cause I'm making history every time I spit a rap. This is not coincidental, I was born a fucking Mac. On my lap, yeah, you know I love the trap. Yeah, we wake up in the morning and we kind of all the fun. Everybody going crazy, man, we having tons of fun. I'm from Southern California where my people gets it done. Yeah, we hustle every day, that's a life color done. Yeah, we get it on, yeah, we always get it on. We be litty through the night, to the morning and the dawn. There's no compromise, yeah, there's no compromise. Cause we do it how we do it, now you suckers been advised. Yeah, we wake up in the morning and we kind of all the funds. Everybody going crazy, man, we having tons of fun. I'm from Southern California where my people gets it done. Yeah, we hustle every day, that's a life color done. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah, we wake up every morning and we kind of.
You just heard Wake Up. That comes to you from the homie Al Shadi. Shout out to everybody listening out there. As I said, this is IE Radio. My name is Heavy the Homie. Welcoming back our DJ Nappy 2000. This track comes from the homie Cam Gnarly. It's called Hydrated.
I told him I want more real, no more counterfeit. I know what is meant for me, ain't got a chase. I resting where you meet your dreams halfway. You got an expensive taste and wasteful place. Don't wanna see me shine, you get my lampshade. When you illuminate the truth, you bruise the ego. We don't believe in egos between amigos, no, no. If you see it, then going through it. That's just God pushing me to do it. Don't take an L, learn a lesson. Trust the path, doing what I'm destined. Learn to use your light like a weapon. It can strengthen you like Zenju beams. It can shield you from fugazi things and put a hole through hate like special beam. All about the Zen, I'ma stay hot. Just picked up some fire, let me get my frequency to the right level. Vibrating over all the devils. Reveling my greatness for a moment. Staying positive to make opponent. I don't really see no opponent unless I'm in the mirror in the morning. I've been getting high, staying hydrated. Focus on my highs, not my lows, baby. I be levitating by the poolside. I stay meditating like the woosah. They told me that the more you do, the more you get. I told them I want more real, no more counterfeit. Knowing what is meant for me ain't gotta chase. Resting where you meet your dreams halfway. Know I got the glow, I got the shine, baby. See, I got the glow, I got the shine, baby. Illuminate the truth, bruise the egos. You don't believe in egos between amigos. No. Doing what I want, living how I live. Doing what I want, living how I live. I'm doing what I want, living how I live. Doing what I want.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA.
This next track comes from the homie CM. It's titled Gold Links. Shout out to the homie CM. He's a big supporter of IE Radio. Let's get it.
On the side, you get notified. Look inside, you gon' see the mask. I don't look for no glorifies. Better check on my storyline. Everyone to get horrified. Rolling like getting more than high. Personality borderline. Overworking, that's overtime. Open minds with an open mind. Soul searching, I hope I find everything that I got in mind. Baby, ain't no static. Envious of my status. You ain't cut from my fabric. I don't even go practice. Oh, so what I'm known for. Hung around with them old folks. I ain't never try and go broke. Looking like I done so dope. Pulling up and that's all white. I ain't never been fraud type. I'm the one that make it score tight. More money and more life. Gold on, look, I'm Raekwon. A1, my day one. Pave away at the main one. Pulling up on my main one. I ain't never gon' chase none. Roll it up and then face one. Make some of them, make some. Paste up with no pay cuts. Gold on, look, I'm Raekwon. A1, my day one. Pave away at the main one. Pulling up on my main one. I ain't never gon' chase none. Roll it up and then face one. Make some of them, make some. Paste up with no pay cuts. Joe riding my new ride. Everyone to get unified. If you want it, man, you decide. You can tell that I'm do or die. Trying to get me that suicide. Side to side with that butterfly. Number one if we summarize. On point like a samurai. Some will fall but then some will rise. Take a piece of that humble pie. Empathize and not sympathize. I can never just simplify. I ain't never been simple guy. Feeling like I was sent from God. Profit never will minimize. Telling lies and get penalized. Mom made a need wild cake. I ain't never gon' violate. Getting lost in my mind state. Try and get it in 5 ways. Every day try and find ways. Heating up like a fireplace. I can make the bread dilate. I just pray that I dilate. Gold on, look, I'm Raekwon. A1, my day one. Pave away at the main one. Pulling up on my main one. I ain't never gon' chase none. Roll it up and then face one. Make some of them, make some. Paste up with no pay cuts. Gold on, look, I'm Raekwon. A1, my day one. Pave away at the main one. Pulling up on my main one. I ain't never gon' chase none. Roll it up and then face one. Make some of them, make some. Paste up with no pay cuts.
Once again, that track comes to you from the homie CM, and that track is called Gold Links. This next track brought to you by our special guest of the evening, none other than Noah James. This track is called Piece of Cake, off the EP titled the same thing, Piece of Cake. Turn it up.
Of self-worth and a splash of Forrest and Jenny.
chocolate, little piece of cake. Please God, make me an orca, make me an orca, so I can swim far, far away. Please God, make me an orca, make me an orca, so I can swim far, far away. Don't be the hate, be the light. Billie Jean when you walk at night. Be prepared, don't feed the fear. You're a piece of cake, you're a piece of mind. Step to the plate, step to the plate, step to the plate, step to the plate. I don't need a designated hitter. Point to the fence and be a winner. Nothing comes to a quitter. You gotta see the big picture. Like I've been hurt, feel like dirt, but I still refuse to be bitter. Say I've been hurt, feel like dirt, I still refuse to be bitter. Hey, I love myself, now my soul's richer. 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 I said I love myself, now my soul's richer. I love myself, now my soul's richer. I said I love myself, now my soul's richer. I love myself, now my soul's richer. Piece of cake, your peace of mind. I said your piece of cake, your peace of mind.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA. Baby!
Yeah, Pop. It's your boy. I got some things I want to say to you, man. Just a couple words. Bear with me. Give me a minute.
Time to face it. Sitting in the middle of the basement holding the jack. I'm anticipating he gon' call me back. Got so much on my mind, ain't no holding it back. In fact, I give a how he gon' react. For my first 19, asking where Lee at. Never seen him in the spots where we be at. For the next couple hours I sat till the phone rang. No luck or no cigar. So I said to myself, I try them all. Me and Vincent left out, went to shoot some ball. Came back, had a message like this, show Paul. Then I took to the phone, conversation was raw. I had to let him know that his child was scarred. And right now we working through our mess. But I had to get some shit off my chest, so bear with me, y'all. Check it out now.
Just wanna take the time to let you know. Sometimes it's hard to let my feelings show. The possibilities are really so. This is all for you.
I was looking at your photograph, amazed how I favored you. I remember being young, wanting to play with you. Cause you was a wild and crazy dude. And now I understand why my mama couldn't never stay with you. From the roots to the branch to the leaves, they say apples don't fall far from the trees. Used to find it hard to believe, and I swore that I would always hold my family as long as I could. But damn, our memories can be so misleading. It's misery, I hate to see history repeating. Thought you were the bad guy, but I guess that's why me and my girl split and my son is leaving. I did chores, did bills, and did dirt, but I swear to God I tried to make that work till I came off tour to an empty house with all the dressers and the cabinets emptied out. I think I must have went insane, thinking I was in love but really in chains. Trapped to this girl through the 2-year-old who carried my name. I tried to stop tripping, but yo I couldn't, and the plot thickened. That affected me largely because I know a lot of people want me to fail as a father, and the thought of that haunts me. Especially when I check my rearview mirror and don't see him in his car seat. So the next time it's late at night and I'm laid up with the woman I'ma make my wife, talking about how we gon' make a life. I'm thinking about child support, alimony, visitation rights, cause that's the only outcome if you can't make it right. Pissed off with your children, feeling the same pain. So Pop, how could I blame you cause you couldn't maintain? I did the same thing, the same thing.
Just wanna take the time to let you know. Sometimes it's hard to let my feelings show. The possibilities are really so. This is all for you. Just wanna let you know. I wanna let you know.
Radio on KCAA. Baby!
What's hood, y'all? Once again, this is Heavy the Homie.
Nappy 2000.
You're tuned in. This is IE Radio. And tonight, we have a special guest.
Word.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
What's good? This is Noah James, a.k.a. Young Orca.
Young Orca.
Intelligent, elegant elephant. Love monster. I got like a lot of AKs.
Yo, man, it's a pleasure to have you on to this station again, dude.
Yeah.
Most definitely. It's always good having conversations with you every single time I see you.
Yo, blessings, man. Good to see you, man. See you traveling, man.
Yeah, man. It's been good. My brother took me out there as a little gift.
Word,
to
man.
see. It's kind of cool to see different cultures and different aspects of life. You know what I mean?
It shows you how small the world is. Then you go, it's different, but it's not.
Nah, it's really not.
Yeah, it's not.
Nappy's a time traveler. He was over there in the future for a little bit.
Hey, man. Hey, Murs told me he been touring for 20 years, so he's technically a time traveler.
See?
Cause one day he had to go over. He went overseas, then he had to come back to the States, then go to Cali, then go to New York. And so he was just jump in time.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like when you think about it, he really is.
I was talking to him like on Wednesday, and it was Tuesday. I was like, bro, like, did the show start already?
Yeah. See, that
the show was already
over. You know
over.
what I mean?
Like, no.
Like, that's some real. I think wrestling just had a pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. It was Saturday night, but it was playing Friday evening. Like, that's how crazy it was. Like, yeah, it's beautiful, man.
That's awesome, bro. How are you feeling, man?
I'm great, man. Moving, staying moving, music, exercise, everything, man. Just staying consistent, staying vibrant. That's
as you like to say, staying majestic.
Yeah, very majestic,
Yes.
man. Stay. Find your tranquility, man. Find it and embrace it all. That's what I did. Everything. I found the light and dark, all of it, and I embraced it and created my own world. And that's where I'm at right now.
That's amazing, because I really seen you really been on a true journey of life, like a whole new resurgence.
You know my stage. Let them know, do your thing, dog. Keep it live. To the beat, y'all.
10 years. We're throwing shows for 10 years out here. Like, a whole decade of festivals, events, all of that. Then we stopped. Like, we done.
Broke everybody's heart.
Man, look, it's going. You know what? The whole point was
To grow up.
The scene. I was like, the point of throwing these shows was to see my scene grow, to get it like really growing. Then I looked at it and I said it's growing. And that's where I said everyone's growing. Everyone is putting their work. I see artists that know how to throw their own events, and this is what we taught at the Common Ground. Like, you come here, we give you the knowledge how to throw your own events. Someone says that's counterproductive. I'm like, but I'm not here to throw this forever.
Exactly.
You know, like someone gave me the knowledge not to throw it forever, but just to start something. And when I saw like everything looking good, I'm like, shit, it's good out here. Now I can go do what I really want to do.
And that's dope that you actually did that, because I mean, I've been to a lot of shows that aren't really dope and aren't put together, and I mean, it's easy to complain and just be like, oh man, this show's whack, but then it's like, well, did that person, you know, have the right guidance, and were they taught how to throw a show properly in the first place?
Yeah, it was hard for me when I came in. It was kind of like, what am I doing? I got thrown into it. I got thrown in as one of the homies, just life hit him and he had to stop throwing shows. So me, DJ Megatone, Lathan, who else was running? Ramon Jones, like we all, Lisa J, Fish, we all did this event called Building Blocks, where we just came together and just took it over. I know homies. Lisa and Fish know how to make flyers. I can host and book, and the other homies can bring their sounds and DJ. And that's how. And we started this at a Carl's Jr. off East Street, right over here.
Formed like Voltron, huh?
Yeah, like, this is what we're gonna do, and call it building blocks. And that's how I started, like, just getting thrown into it.
That's a beautiful thing, bro. My first show was at the Common Ground. That's the crazy thing.
Hey,
that was 2 years ago.
Damn.
Popped your cherry.
I was 19, turning 20.
What?
I'm about to be 23 now.
Dang, bro.
That's history right there.
It's crazy. I met a kid 2 days ago that went to DIY Fest 2014. It was his first event ever. He was like 15 years old or 16 years old. That show inspired him to DJ. He didn't even know I'm just talking to him like, yeah, I went to some show and I saw Reverie and I saw like the Orca Squad. It was like the big Orca Squad. I was like, close enough, but
I had a squad.
I'm like, man, but it was so crazy that he could name off songs and like he really was intrigued. Like, this is his local scene, and he was a little young homie, and it was like that was the whole point of this, like, inspired, man, truly inspired, all the way.
Just one thing I've realized with you, you're still in a real studious position. You're always still willing to learn and still transform and transcend your sound and your timbre. That's one thing I've realized.
Bruh, that should be all of us, to be students forever, you know, and be a student in plain sight. Like I tell homies, like, it's like being a swordsman and you're in the dojo practicing your shit, practicing your stuff, but if you're outside and you're in the field and you are practicing and you're trying to get it better, and a master walks by and just look at you and be like, I can help you improve that. That's why I always stay out, because I always come across masters, always. Like, every day I come across someone that masters something that I have not, and they bless me with a gem that is like Pokemon. I get a badge. Like, I just got a badge. I just got this gem. Because, you know, they really took their time to hit me with this gem and break it down. So I always tell myself, stay in a position to learn. Open. It don't matter age. It don't matter education. It don't matter your walk in life. Like, sometimes my biggest bars come from a little homies. But their perspective is very raw. So it's not clouded. So staying there. You're gonna be a master of something, but be a student always. Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah, because when you say that also goes with resilience and commitment, and that goes along exactly with your journey.
Man, accountability,
and that just goes. That just shows that you have your ego in check too, because there's the saying, I played sports and stuff, and there's a saying where someone's uncoachable. Yeah. And it's, the same with anything. If you can't, take direction and learn from someone that's obviously been where you've been, and, you're trying to get to where they're at, you got to listen to them, and trust the process.
Really trust it. Like, you have to, man. It's kind of like, ego never been a thing for me. I had a chip. It's a different. I had a chip on my shoulder. Then I ate it, then it was done. Like, I tell people, eat that chip off your shoulder, man, then you good. You're going to start floating, and that's the ego. I think my grandmother keeps that down. My grandmother will humble. If she saw God and God said something, she might humble him, man. Granny's a humbler. He's a humbler. Humbler helper. That's
humbler helper.
Like hamburger helper. Yeah, that glove is coming.
Man, can we talk about your granny's energy one time? Because I always hear nothing but awesome stories about this woman.
Man, you know what's crazy? Like, what Lisa said? She said, "You good because you had a Willie Dell Allen," and that's my grandmother. And I think her strength, my grandma was born in 1942, and my grandma first kid when she was 14. My grandma had ran moonshine. She had been a madam of a house, like real life stuff, like Little Rock, Arkansas. She was born in Little Rock. She lived in Palm Lane, Watts friends with Barry White to B.B. King. Like, Granny lived that life. Granny owned a nail shop. She was an entrepreneur. Didn't know how to read. Owned a nail shop. That's why I tell people, excuses, get out of here. My grandmother didn't know how to read and own a business. Like, come on. When in retail business at that, because she linked up with this Asian lady, and this is like 70s, 80s. And my grandma already had this mentality of how to build with people, no matter race or what's going on in that world, because she can handle herself. By the time she taking care of her kids is the 80s. Now she getting the 80s kind of messed up her kids because the 80s. My mom's on drugs, my uncle's on drugs, everyone's on drugs at this time. You know, my grandma been smoking Primos at this time, but Granny is from the 40s and the 60s where everything is pure. She get hold of us, the grandkids, and she was like not a mother. She was like a general. Like, she never told me to stay in a kid's place because she always said, you gonna grow up one day, so learn now. So I always been aware, like, very early. So I think I just realized that's the energy she always gave me. Like, I'm gonna build you up ready for this world. I'm not gonna wait till I feel like you of age to teach you for this world. I'm gonna get you ready now. Like, and that's how she treated all the grandkids. Some took to it right, and some didn't. And that energy of her being so 100 with us, so loving at the same time, but raw at the same time. A black woman, a 6 foot, what, at least 300. Granny big. I come from a big family. Mom 5'11", dad big, little brother 6'2". Everyone over like 300 pounds. So it's like that energy saved me. Like, I tell Lisa, like, I think people need that Willie Dale Allen energy right now. This is a woman that asked me, have anyone touched you? Have anyone molested you? When I come from a vacation. Like, all automatic, because she knows the world. So she already given me a safe space to talk about those things at an early age. Have you been touched? Have you been molested? Did anyone do anything like that to you? Pull anything out in front of you? And she broke. Parents usually stay away from that. Mm-hmm. But because she know this world, she knew how to raise us. Mm-hmm. All of us. Mm-hmm. She knew how to raise me. She knew my personality, so she raised me as a protector. You know, I'm able to keep my energy and my love and everything and protect myself at the same time. She gave me a heart to be able to protect others, no matter what. You know, I seen a dude beat up his girlfriend at a Rouse. My grandma said, hop out the car. And we all hopped out the car. That dude didn't even see that coming. He didn't see all these little black kids run up on him and jump him because he hit his girl. She said, get out. And everyone just, all the doors go.
No one thought twice.
No one thought twice. They knew what's up. Even to my little female cousins. Man, it was crazy. Willie Dale Allen, man. That's Granny. That's Granny energy.
Man,
yeah.
When you were talking about, getting you ready for the world, that can also go back to when you were talking about your transition from stopping the common ground and having everybody to see, like, whoa, there's a new platform from us. We might as well use what he taught us and put it into the world and create our own thing.
Man, and that's what I see little homies doing right now. It's crazy seeing the homies. I go to their parties. I go to all of it and seeing their set times. They got the gaps in between. They got a host. They got their DJ. It's running on time. Like, that, to me, that's the most important part because that lasts forever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That really lasts forever. So it's kind of like, I'm proud of that. I was sad I could have kept going, but it was like, I'm good, man. I want to tour. I really believe myself in this music. I made it in this music by just doing what I was supposed to. I feel like I wasn't taking risk at all. Like, I wasn't. Yeah. I feel like people say, you taking risks.
Natural. It came natural.
Yeah, but now I really got to take these leaps. even like musically.
Well, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, so I imagine that's probably scary just for anybody. So that's really dope, and I admire you for taking that. Like you said, it's not a risk, but at the same time, it kind of is because you are taking that risk. Just even stopping Common Ground, it's easy to get into a habit of something and just keep going through the motions.
Yeah, for real.
You cut that, and that was cool. 10 years, that's a solid decade.
Man,
you guys did enough.
You should have stopped earlier. You know what I mean? Like, it really, like we seen it, and even like it was thriving. Now I'm like, I gotta take these big leaps now. Now, going on tour, headlining my own tour to see my fan base across the U.S. See what it looks like, even if it's 2 people, or it's 20 people, or it's 60 people. It's like taking these real risks, and not like, man, I'm getting paid, or if this is going to happen, just knowing that I have to do some more footwork, outside of Cali, a lot of it. So now I'm about to take that leap.
How was that tour? In his whole, what would you say that tour was?
That tour was liberating because, say, it's me, Vel Ends, Cam, and people came out. Like, especially where I know I have a good fan base at, so I wasn't just like, oh, I got people there. Like, nah, people came out. People was ready. People bought merch. People showed up and showed out for us. And if they didn't know us, they stayed. That was crazy. Like, we was in Oakland, and after this, it was an open mic. Then when the open mic was done, everyone bounced. So we just in there empty. Show haven't started. I'm like, hope people show up. Then out of nowhere, slowly everyone started showing up. It was like people came in, get coffee, and then one dude said the energy in here was crazy, and he stayed. He's like, I had to cancel all my plans to stay here for y'all, and bought everyone's merch. Everyone's merch. We had people that really, our message. It felt like what's the word? I was like a ministry. Like, what is it like when you just go out and like they send like real, a mission. That would feel like a real mission.
Okay,
Because this time after the shows, we outside politicking on people for hours and just talking, loving to them and speaking to them and really building not even on some music stuff, like on some real stuff. Like it was really like majestic and transcending on this tour because we was able to build what we given. Is real, and what we received back was like the realest thing I can ever ask for.
And that just shows you what music, the power of music, what it'll do, and where it'll take you.
Yeah, like it was like even Vel's a blessing to like hip hop, but to these little girls, bro, I had to tell her one time, like, these girls, man, they hang on to everything you say. You Rev, a lot of the like female rapper, they're really gonna shape a lot of the new world, the new generation, because these are some shows of all ages, and they were like little kids, 11 years old and stuff there at the shows, and it was like, this is hip hop, like to the fullest. Like, man, this is it. Yeah,
it's the ghetto gospel.
Yeah, for real.
That's dope. Well, speaking of shows, what shows do you got coming up?
Man, what I got this Sunday I got Common Ground in Pomona, right?
Hey.
Then the 12th I'm in Cat City. Then the 18th I'm in Cat City too. Then the 19th, I'm at the Glass House Pomona with Dizzy Wright, Lil Debbie, Dimrick, Cam, Ends, Quiz, Disco, Fredo. Like, then the 23rd, I'm in LA. June 16th, I'm in Tucson. I'm having Vegas, May 13th. I'm in Vegas, May 13th. Man. That's what I'm doing, man. Shows, like, you know me, man. It's just
staying busy on the Grizzly.
It's like exercise right now too. Like every show's like good 20-30 minutes of cardio. So it's like
Yeah, man. I want to talk about that, man.
Hey, man.
That is amazing.
Hey, pod life, man. Pursuing our dreams. And it's not just music. It's me being over 609 pounds. Now I'm down to 430. You know.
Right there.
Over 200. You know what I mean? Like, that's. I thought it was impossible to get down. Now I'm like, oh, I'm about to get down to 250. That's my next goal. Like another 200 pounds. And it just means staying consistent, accountability. Me knowing that my brand isn't my size, and that's what I dealt with. I didn't want to lose weight because I was scared I was going to lose myself and lose my brand and lose who I am as an artist. Because I always rapped about my size. I always rapped or compared myself to certain animals. And sometimes it wasn't about my size. It was like the elephant was because of balance. Same thing as an orca. It was about balance, spiritual, magic. You know what I mean? Family. But at the same time, these are one of the biggest predators in the ocean. And this is the biggest land mammal on land. You know? So it was a fight to like lose weight because it was a psychological thing I was going through with myself. Like, it was really hard. Like,
it's a real battle.
Yeah. Then Merz sent me a juicer. Like, I got homies. Merz sent me a juicer, right? Then I did a show at the House of Blues with him. Then he seen me using the juicer. Then he came up to me and Curtis King with like, "You want to go on tour with me?" Like, he sent the juicer for a reason. Like, he sent the juicer for a reason. I remember I was talking about it, and the juicer like $400, and he sent it.
He's like, "You got the juice now."
Like, juice. So you don't want to be this big on a tour because we're sitting down for a long time. Like, Heavy D died from a blood clog in his leg that he was traveling overseas back and forth. So when he hit the ground, he had a stroke. So now, being a big dude, you have to worry about your blood thinning out when you're traveling. Because you're so high in elevation and you sit down for so long.
For 11 hours.
11 hours. Definitely, you can't get a blood clot being that big. We have to get up and move, and so we don't get it. Our bed, you know, we can get bed sores in 6 hours if you're big enough. Like, it's stuff people don't talk about. Like, rest in peace, Fife. He died from diabetes. I learned what not to do from what Fife didn't do. It was crazy, and that what Tip even said. He said, "I want you to learn, if you're a diabetic and you're an artist, there's a way you can live as an artist because it's late nights. It's, you know, only certain food places are open. Only certain things is open. Like, they force us to eat like this sometimes." And I'm like, nah, Prep Life. Shout out to Prep Life 365. Shout them out. You can use my code, Prep Life, and really, like, changing my habits out, changing a lot of habits.
What do you eat now?
Brown rice. I've been eating like brown rice for like the last decade. Chicken breast, like really like no white bread, just wheat. Even like wheat pasta. I don't eat red meat. I haven't eaten red meat in years. It's like I try to stay away. I don't eat pork. Like, so it's just been like chicken, fish, brown rice. And this is like, if I'm home, veggies, steamed fish. This is like cereal. I've been off of sweets for 3 months. That's hard. That's like I love like cakes and stuff. So that's real hard. Like, that's like I'm trying to kick some heavy drugs right now.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand. It is.
So even like the Prep Life company, you know, they help me out with, you know, same thing from the basics of you need to get you a good starch, get you a good veggie, get you a protein, and I think I've been pretty good with it. Like, you know, every once in a while I might go get me a chicken burrito from Del Taco. Cause I just had a show and it's 3 a.m. and I haven't eaten since.
And just sweat it out on the scale.
I haven't eaten since 8, since I got to the show. And I've been smoking.
Oh yeah, no, I can't forget about all that.
So it's like, it happens. I'm human. I told someone, like, I don't go like, oh, my life is ruined, man. I'm about to blow back up.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but I
baby steps though.
But I know that's what it is taking one step at a time. Like, slowly took red meat out. God, I don't need that. like slowly took. I was already not a pork dude anyway, so I took pork out. And I haven't eaten soul food in years. I told someone like, "Yo, went to Thanksgiving, I saw my granny cooking. I said, sheesh, granny, the macaroni and cheese got half and half, and condensed milk, and butter, and 4 cheeses with some sour cream.
4 sticks of butter.
4 sticks. You got half and half and condensed milk." And maybe throw some buttermilk into it, you know. And this is what get put in the stuffing sometimes, you know.
I think I got diabetes just hearing that right now.
No, she got this pie called a buttermilk pie. Don't even touch it.
I always have that conversation with my grandma. She was like, "Yeah, diabetes runs in my family." I was like, "No, grandmother, bad eating habits run in our family.
It don't run in our family. It's not like this diabetes. Say this is my family.
Nobody runs in my family, so it's all good.
This is my family. Everyone gonna get diabetes from this bloodline." No, with us it's starch. That's what it is. It's like even the Latin, like all like
all the tortillas, rice and beans.
Man, starch. Like Olive Garden, like Olive Garden would give you diabetes before a candy store.
Oh yeah.
Like it's simple.
All this talk about food, I think that's a perfect segue to get into a track we'll play of yours. Let's play Boo's Hungry.
Ooh, I got the edited version of Boo.
You sent that to me, right?
What?
I think so, didn't you?
Yeah,
you did.
Is it edited? Is it?
Yeah, it's edited.
Oh, wow. I forgot I had the edited version of that.
It's in the IE radio folder, and it has the date for today. While Nappy's pulling that up, we also want to let you guys know, to all our listeners out there, we are going to be doing a ticket giveaway. And in order to win these tickets, they're for the Dizzy Ride Show featuring Noah James, going down at the Glass House May 19th in Pomona. The question of the day is, what was the title of Noah James' last project he put out? It was an EP. So go ahead, call us in. We're going to take your call after this song. So once again, what's the title of Noah James' last project, his last EP. And once again, this song that we're going to play is called Boo's Hungry. It's off of The Piece of Cake.
Lit, man. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Who's this? Hello, Raina? Oh, Raina. All right, we got. What'd you say? The tickets. They're holding on.
This next track is titled Siberian Special Forces. Ooh. Brought to you by our special guest, Noah James. Ooh. Whether you're at home, at work, or in the car, turn the volume up.
What you waiting for? Why you ain't saying more? Why you ain't creating more? With myself, I stay in war. I just wanna go saying for. Tell me what you praying for. Asking God why you make me for. Why you make me without knowledge? I am paying more. Doing what I gotta do, but I can't afford being stagnant, so I'm moving forward. Came across these gems and crystals, it's like a cave of swords. Superman's fortress, the wisdom is worth a fortune. The dream is enormous, the ambition is a forklift. The movement is so foreign, the outcome is so gorgeous. All natural, like no need to force it, and it's love in my heart. Got them blessings pouring. Give me the knowledge, don't give me the loot. Give me the love, give me the truth. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do. Give me the knowledge, don't give me the loot. Give me the love, give me the truth. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do. The first letter I wrote was to my mama in jail. The first bars that I wrote sent to my mama in jail. I wanted her to cry, the screaming at cell, thinking that would help me fly to escape my hell. I gotta love myself, I gotta get out my way, and pride don't help. Put that away, I acquired some knowledge, now my grind is health, now my mind is wealth, and my presence is felt. On that flying nimbus, flipping knowledge like a gymnast. Love you, mama, all forgiven. Randy told me that part is missing. Now I get it. My heart is different. My heart is different. Give me the knowledge, don't give me the loot. Give me the love, give me the truth. Now I got work. The truth. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do. Give me the knowledge, don't give me the loot. Give me the love, give me the truth. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do. Hey, hey. Now I got work to do.
Once again, you just heard Siberian Special Forces by none other than Noah James.
Ooh.
AKA Young Orca in the house. And shout out to everybody tuning in. If you're just tuning in, this is IE Radio. I am Heavy the Homie.
I'm Nappy 2000.
IE, baby!
You know it.
Yo, I just want to say one thing, man. It's really good to have you on here once again, man. And I really like what you're doing with your music. It seems like you're having like the most fun that you've ever been having ever.
Bruh, have fun and pour your heart out, man. That's like my thing right there. Like, have fun with it. Like, everything. Shout out to A. Brooke, man. Me and Brooke would be in the studio and he would just be like messing with something. I like that. All right, let's try it. Like, you know, even like, or I'm gonna keep it simple on this. Like, it's crazy. Like, mastering your art, I think that's when you start having a little fun, where you kind of you know your style, you know what you like, but at the same time you know that this is limitless. Like, do everything. Like, I was in 2 bands, you know what I mean? I was in where it was, the beat was crazy, so it's kind of like right now it's like, yo, create fearlessly, create everything, release everything you create. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
Like, everything I have recorded, I have released. Like,
that's dope.
Nothing in the vault, nothing stashed away. Yeah, and that's always been my pride of releasing, man. Like, Don't be afraid of judgment. That's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
If I don't release it, I'm gonna get judged. If I release it, I'm gonna get judged. So I'm just gonna, I tell people like, release it. Don't worry about it.
Well, speaking of releasing, we're about to release these tickets to our caller. Let's go and take this call real quick. This is IE Radio. Who we speaking with?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello. There you go. Who are we speaking with?
Raina.
How you doing, Raina?
Is this the living room queen?
Yes, living room queen.
Oh, what's up?
Okay, so you ready to win these tickets?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so the question was, what was Noah James' last project titled? I can barely hear her.
Yeah, you can spell it.
Alright,
Gnarly Orca?
Yes.
Is that right?
That's technically that's the EP I dropped with Cam, and that is my. that's I got it. Like it's right.
Most recent?
Yeah, that is the most
recent.
That is the most recent.
Right. Gnarly Orca.
Yeah, that's the one me and Cam.
Gnarly.
Yeah. Oh man. Me and Cam. Damn, you good? Hey.
I do my research.
All right, she said she did her research.
She did.
That's right. All right. Well, go ahead and if you don't follow us already, follow us on Instagram at IE Radio, and go ahead and DM us. What's your name? The Living Room Queen, or what was that?
Yes, the living room queen.
The living room. So you gonna catch me when I crowd surf?
All right. Well, we got these tickets for you, so you'll definitely be there. Go ahead and DM us, and we'll get you those tickets. Thank you, and once again, keep tuning in. This is IE Radio. Tune in every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m.
Who's giving you prizes in the best radio station?
You already know, huh? Who's giving these tickets to you? Yeah, I know. We're still on the line. We got a minute left, so with that minute, once again, I wanted to shout out our sponsors, Puff Sauce. Shout out to the Music Lounge 710. Go ahead and follow them on Instagram. And once again, it was our pleasure. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Young Heavy, Young Nappy 2K, IE Radio, baby. Check me out, Noah James. Granny Says coming in June. Whoa. Shout out to Prep Life. Shout out to Young Renato, Brick to Your Face, the order label. Bless it.
And much love to all our listeners. Once again, this is IE Radio with Heavy the Homie.
Nappy 2000.
You could tune in every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m. And shout out to everybody supporting us. We appreciate each and every one of you listeners. Much love to the Inland Empire. Get your money, man.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA. Baby.
Listen on 1050 AM, 102.3 FM, and 106.5 FM.